Hey, I'm Sam Chue from Washington's Records.
I'm Tim Mechling, and this is Credits Roll.
Tell me there's another part. These credits tear my heart apart. They're walking back to all their cars. This can't be how it ends. The shadows moving up the wall, one shape the way I last recall. You looked when I in love did fall. This can't be how it ends. Just let it happen. Just let it happen. Just let me hold you one last time before you're lost to ocean bright. Moon and stars forget to shine. This can't be how it ends. Saw your feet in striped socks curling underneath the spot.
We
It
just
was.
roll it. We just roll it.
We're what you call seasoned professionals in front of the camera.
How many years you got to be seasoned?
It's at least three.
At least three?
3-year mark.
You can't be seasoned in season 2. You're still a rookie, so you go rookie.
Yeah, if you start on New Year's,
Yeah, we're
know-
like
you have to
prime
wait 3
rib.
years,
You know,
and
the longer
cut
you
next
keep it in the cellar with a little salt on the outside.
They got you there.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Well-seasoned.
Okay, well seasoned. Well, hey, speaking of well seasoned, shout out season 2. We're not well seasoned yet. We're almost there. My name is CHRVNS,
I'm Morgan.
and this is Shut Up and Listen.
Okay.
Talk about pros. Yeah.
So, Chris, who are we talking today?
I don't want to mispronounce your last name. I just heard you say it too. That's why I've been refraining. Tim Mechling.
That's correct.
Oh, let's go. We are with Tim
That's
Mechling
like so
today.
nervous for no
You
reason.
wouldn't believe the mispronunciations I've heard in
And
my
that's
life.
why I didn't want to say. I was kind of waiting, trying to get you.
Oh, yeah.
My bad.
If you said that one that just sets me off.
Wait, what's the one?
I'm out of here.
One guy, actually a Bellingham dude named Scott Casey, loved the dude. He thought I was like, it was a Gaelic last name, so he thought the CH was silent. So for years, he referred to me as Tim Mailing,
What?
which is like M-E,
Yeah.
like the GH would be quiet, but it's
Yeah,
CH.
CH, yeah.
So it was off.
Recently on TikTok, you also had a guy call you Tim Mescaline.
Tim Mescaling.
Oh,
that's
Mescaling.
pretty good.
That's Tim Mescaline.
I think we can.
Yeah.
You know, say that might be an alter ego or something. You know?
It matches the subject matter of this album, so I'm into that.
Man, all right. So speaking of which, so go ahead and tell the people who you are and tell them what it is you do.
Well, I'm Tim Mechling. I'm an independent artist based out of Bellingham, Washington. Here, I've been here since 2006, I think, but I've jumped to Phoenix and then Portland for a while, then Seattle, Mount Vernon. Now I'm back in Bellingham after a long journey. So,
Bellingham has a way of bringing you back in, you know?
oh yeah, Wait,
say-
it's like Pacino. I tried to break free, but they kept pulling me back.
It is.
That's
say-
that's
we
my
have a strong
story.
theory
here.
it's the good water.
Yeah, when you drink the tap water.
Oh
It's
yeah,
amazing.
Bro,
Like,
I remember I moved away, and right before I moved away, one of my homie's parents was like, you know, when you drink that tap water here, you always come back.
Oh dude,
2 years later, guess where I'm back at?
when I came back after I lived in Phoenix for a while, I was just like at the water fountain, just like motorboating it. I was just going nuts with it. I was up
Everywhere
in
you gotta like buy water. It just doesn't taste as good when you go other places.
it. Yeah.
Don't take that for granted, people.
And this is Sam, my friend, collaborator, consigliere.
Yeah, I was born in '91, stayed in this area, and started off a singer-songwriter. I guess still am habitually, and moved on to be an audio engineer after that, and then threw that all aside a little bit. Did some driving around the country with my guitar in my car. Became what you call a rubber tramper.
That's sick, dude.
picked
What's
up
the
some-
origin of that?
Yeah, wait, how did that come about?
Oh yeah,
Rubber
so like okay, the origin of becoming a rubber tramper became like when this band Dizzy Bats reached out to me. They're from New York and they were doing a national tour, and so I met them at the Seattle venue for the first day of the tour. I was really excited, but then they called me. They're like, "We're all sick. Our dad just died," and they're like, "Canceled everything." And I was like, "I'm really sorry, but don't cancel everything. I'm just going to go along with it, and I'll take the tour dates, and we'll figure it out." And so they went back home, and I finished that tour and kind of got hooked on that. But then kept coming back to Bellingham during the wintertime, got back into audio recording, and then yeah. But doing
Wait,
that,
so you just took over a whole tour?
yeah, I took over a little
You said
tour. It was
commandeer?
1 month
Wow.
long. It was 1 month long, and
So don't
They
worry
were-
about it. I got it covered.
yeah, it was a pretty small, medium to small venues. So
It was like, hey, the slot's still filled, so we're good
yeah,
type thing.
yeah, and I just wanted to
That's
experience it too. And the rubber tramping is kind of like when you start driving on the road with your guitar, you can pick up, the gutter punks and the people like busking on the roads and stuff, looking for rides from town to town. And the lingo that they have for somebody doing what I was doing was rubber tramper, and so that's what they all called me when I picked them up. I was like, "It's a rubber tramper. Thank you, man. Like, thank you for picking me up." Hit plenty of deers on those miles of
Absolutely.
travels, and
That was like, those are Midwest deers, too.
yeah, they're both
Strong
good.
boys.
But they built different,
Yeah,
bro.
they built different out there. They've braved many a frigid winter out there.
It's on that Montana deer, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You're
And-
supposed to speed up when they get in your way.
Yeah, I also
Exactly.
learned a fun fact. I'm from Montana, but we were visiting my mom, and I was borrowing her car, and she's like, "Okay, here's the thing: hit the deer, don't veer. Don't veer." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And it's because if you hit like the fence or the light post, if you don't hit the deer, you have to pay for more or whatever. Your insurance doesn't cover it as much. But if you hit the deer, clip the deer, whatever, then everything's covered. And I was like,
Wow.
That's great advice.
I don't know if that's every
Do you know
insurance,
where-
but I was like,
Do you know where Deer Lodge, Montana is?
Yeah.
That's where I hit a deer at 70 with
it's
two
in the-
hitchhikers. and two other-
How'd the
Yeah.
insurance pay out? Do you wish you
I-
veered? We don't veer
there
for
was
deer.
no accidents insurance. At all.
I've heard
I
it's
just took the
different
hit
for
there.
moose though. Like if it's a moose, if you speed up and hit its legs, its body just goes into where
you're
you're
crushed.
sitting. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're crushed.
I could do
instantly.
that.
Yeah, you just...
Yep. It's curtains.
I just have a big hope. As cute as they are, I'm really scared of moose, but that's besides the point today.
Yeah.
I guess the first thing I want to do is I just want to fan out for one thing.
Okay.
Fried people.
You like fried
Dude, fried people is so good.
Okay. All right.
Just the aesthetic of it, just like just the distorted vocal, everything, just how it's all put.
Yeah. That one, it's a polarizing tune.
Yeah.
There aren't a lot of blues songs about cannibalism these days.
Yeah.
And I think no topic is off limits. They can try to cancel me, but I'm going to sing about eating the flesh of people.
Fried people, bro.
But it was coming out for a Halloween, and I was like, let's make a spooky kind of backwoods. When I think of I've never spent much time in the Appalachian wilderness, like the Ozarks and stuff, but I've seen some videos of it. It looks like the scariest place in the world because it's like deep woods wilderness, and then it's haunted, and there's also hill people.
I got lost in the Great Dismal Swamp once, and that place
Is that the official
no
title
joke.
of
It's
it?
called the Great Dismal Swamp.
Oh my god!
And I went in
sounds
there.
terrifying.
I was like, hey, had a smoke, walked along. I had my guitar. I was like, this is a really nice time. And then I came into this like dead end path, and there was like these things carved into the end of the into the wood. There, I can't repeat what they said, but they were freaky things.
yeah, you don't.
Yeah, now I want to know.
It shall not be repeated.
Yeah.
There's certain places I don't want to take a road trip in. And I mean, Fried People is a pretty good reason.
It's a good soundtrack for that area, though.
It's a
If
really
you're
good
gonna get
song.
lost in like a creepy place in the Appalachians.
We'll be right back after these messages. We'd like to give a special thanks to Lost Giant Cider Company, always providing us with our cider beverages and the best of the cider beverages. Visit Lost Giant's Tap Room in the heart of Bellingham at 1200 Meter Avenue in the Haskell Business Center. It's just down the street from Lakeway Fred Meyer. Menace Brewing, located in the Fountain District, is where flavor is unleashed. It serves as a local hub of craft beer and community. Recognized as the neighborhood's premier soccer hangout, you know I love me some soccer, Menace Brewing isn't just a brewery, it's the go-to spot for sports action and local engagement. Visitors can catch the game, connect with fellow fans, and immerse themselves in the heart of the spirited community. Menace Brewing invites everyone to join them, where every visit feels like coming home. Experience Menace Brewing in Bellingham today. And welcome back.
It was a
I'd play that soundtrack.
detuned banjo on that. It's very out of tune. My girlfriend has a banjo that's just nothing to write home about, and it's just like perfectly gross. And I recorded, like the CB radio that you would have, like a trucker in the 70s would have.
Oh, what?
I have that as a microphone. I plugged it into a guitar amp, and I sang through that
That's
That's so
for
sick.
that. And I love that experimental
just
approach.
different ways of,
Yeah, and like my friend John Swanky says, shitty is pretty, and I feel like that's something that's a little bit missing nowadays. Well, I sound old when I say that, but
No,
I
but
feel
no,
like
it's-
people are really trying to optimize like recording sounds. It's like, I want the best guitar through the best mic.
You want it as clean as possible.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you just
it
gotta,
has
you
the
gotta
most in
drag it
tune,
through the,
too.
Yeah, and it's
drag
like
it through the mud. You know what I'm saying? Let it get some character. You know what I'm saying? It builds character.
I love that, like, sometimes like the sound of the way something's recorded has a story. Like, everybody knows about When the Levee Breaks is like the bottom of the stairs with this in this mansion or castle or whatever it was. Yeah. But
Or Immigrant Song with the silence in the beginning, where like people will be able to hear this song and recognize it from the silence in the beginning.
yeah.
It is. The story can make the song, like a cool story behind a song makes a song more special. I feel like when you find out how it is it creates character to
What
the
song
song.
was it? I forget what song it was, but the dog. It was, who was
Oh,
it?
are you talking about Dolly Parton?
Yeah.
And she uses her
It
nails.
was the nails. It was like the shaker.
The one song about working.
Yeah. 9 to 5. Is it 9 to 5? No, it's not.
Or is it?
I believe 9 to 5 started
I
that
think
way.
it is.
She started with her playing on her acrylics.
Yeah, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Just little
It
things
becomes
like
like a
that.
hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's like if you don't have a super fancy studio, you can at least have character and weirdness to it. Because I've heard a lot of albums that sound like it's like there's a single and everything else is kind of like a lame version of the symbol, a lame version of
An
the
attempt
single,
at trying to become a new single.
and it's like a I don't know, Lou Bega comes to mind, Mambo Number 5.
Yeah.
He kind of remixed that song a few too many times on one album. All right, but
It's just 5 different versions.
so like
Edit 5.
if they can't all be hits, like put one hit on there and make the rest of them totally weird. It's like Beck's Mellow Gold. It's got Loser as the opening track, and then everything else is just completely
you
unlistenable,
got,
weird
like,
stuff. It's like, cool, yeah.
You gotta,
There's a Fume in the Truck. Is that on that album?
That's Truck Driving Neighbors Downstairs.
Oh, right.
Which is I love the lyric, backwoods whiskey stained, backwoods creep, grizzly bear motherfucker never goes to sleep. Great line.
It's poetry.
No, that's bars.
once again, that's poetic.
Bars.
And so-
Bars.com.
Speaking of that, do you have like for your inspiration for creating, do you have like a specific inspiration for when you make songs, or do you just pull from everywhere and mix it all?
I'm very into albums as a cohesive whole. That's already clapping.
Because we're in a playlist era, and I love an album front to back.
Okay.
He's
All
so
right.
big on it.
Okay, if you listen to my music on Spotify and hit shuffle, it's a nightmare. Like, nothing makes sense. Yeah. So this album itself, The Sea, is basically a love letter to the years like 1966 through '77, I'd say. Basically, prog rock that like that was the heyday, I'd say, of like the concept album in prog rock. We're talking like Pink Floyd, King Crimson, the Beatles.
Peppers.
Yeah, like the Beatles when they were super weird, and to some extent, like when Brian Wilson from the Beach Boys went like batshit crazy. Like I'm trying to bring to mind a lot of those fun sounds.
Yeah.
And then mixing in a little bit of more modern nuance, a little bit more Godspeed You, Black Emperor, and a lot of noise and ambient kind of messy stuff in there as well.
I love it.
I love that.
Hold on, but I got a question now. So I'm looking at this track list. It's not revealed yet, right?
Yeah,
So it's not revealed. Can I ask the question I'm going to ask?
go for it.
I don't see the new single on here.
You don't see a single on there?
I don't see a single on here.
Oh, the
Roll credits.
Credits roll.
Credits roll. I don't see it on here.
Did I forget to put it on there?
That's the extended version.
No way. Well, surprise.
So the reason why we did that was because we wanted it to be a hidden track. Even though it's the single, it's hidden in the album.
You know?
All right, cut this right here. Don't tell nobody. Just be like, oh, dang, forgot. And we're going to skip past this. We're going to let them find out it's a hidden track and make them happy again.
That's so funny. Oh my god. Well, it's on there. Hidden track.
So, are you looking for a job in like quality control?
Let's go, baby.
I don't know. I kind of really liked the hidden track.
Yeah, I
I
love the
liked
hidden
that.
track.
Yeah. You know,
Okay.
You put it
And
on,
that's something that
and
you only
then-
get on albums.
And yeah, you only get it, especially physicals.
Those are not.
That was a big thing, yeah.
Okay, we're
Yeah,
going
you're-
with that story. It's a hidden track. It's official.
Yeah. So the thing about this album is that I'm gonna have the CD all of a sudden in my hand.
Yeah.
The thing about this CD though is that it's a concept album. We're trying to bring that back, and the choices that we make on the art and on the CD itself, we want to make people question, like, why did they do that? And another aspect of that is like leaving out the title track or the single. Sorry, not the title track, but the single that we released.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so far, it's the only thing that we've let people hear off the album, and it comes out with a whole music video. But if you look on the back, it's actually not listed on here. It's a hidden single, so you'll be able to find out where that is.
That's so funny.
The only person who can find out where that is the person who listens to it from top to end.
I got you guys.
So this album it's got a 22-minute song on it called "The Darkening," and if you were to play it on vinyl, or it's coming out on cassette, cassettes aren't here quite yet, but it fills the whole B side of a cassette. So it's a
That's
Yeah.
sick. I like
And
that.
He made an episode, bro.
it's yeah.
You know that one record you're trying to find on vinyl from your favorite artist, you just can't find it. Have you ever checked out Black Noise? It's in the heart. It is the heart of Bellingham's music scene, founded by the one and only Nico Sanchez. They've got all sorts of indie gems, handpicked by Nico himself. Jazz, punk, you name it. Swing by for some good vibes and whatever album you're trying to find. 1312 Bay Street, Deppin. Binary Recording Studio is a versatile space designed to cater to all music genres. And when I say all, I mean all. If you're into jazz, rock, hip-hop, or anything in between, Binary is equipped to bring your music to life. With the expert engineering and the best setup, my boy Bob, he can capture the essence of whatever you are wanting to create and bring it, just to reality. From there, book your session today, unleash your creativity at Binary Recording Studio. But for real, my boy Bob, he will not disappoint.
And welcome back.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind of like trying to bring back the storytelling format where you have 44 minutes. Where like a lot of people are used to the storytelling format where, of course, you have a book, you read it, you spend a while on it. Then you have the people who are consuming an episode that's 22 minutes with commercials. And then you have people who love movies, which are like 100 minutes minimum, whatever. What Craig Turkington suggests is 100 minutes minimum.
That's a great runtime.
That's a great runtime there. But what we're trying to tell a story in is 44, which is different, and it's something that you have to actually like sit down in and digest. I don't know. Dean Ween or Mickey Macchiando from the band Ween, he famously said like, if you haven't smoked a joint and sit down and listen to Jimi Hendrix Experience, then I'm sorry. I'm just sorry for you. And
Facts.
that's one thing you can't do on Spotify. You can't listen to Jimi Hendrix Experience from top to end. You have the masters and you have a random order of those masters on that album.
We also don't want to sound like we're like saying like things were better in the good old days and like let's all just throw our phones away, like get rid of
Just want
Spotify.
to tap into
it's more
some
like
tap
take the
into
good
that
and
energy though.
move on.
That's basically what it is.
Yeah, what we're saying is like let's take the good stuff about that era where albums were really, really immersive and they tell a story and songs flow into each other, which they literally do in this one. There's going to be sound effects, there's going to be a story, there's going to be a narrative arc to the whole thing, and it's pretentious on purpose.
So who? Okay, he said on purpose. We go see about that.
Yeah.
We gonna see.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm sure a couple like people like screenwrites who've made renditions of Scrooge have been called pretentious in the past too. But also at the end of the day, that's immensely successful during the holiday season.
Yeah.
Just like this is a concept album again. And not that we're doing it to be successful, it's because we know that it's a great art form.
Do it for the
And
art.
it's
Yeah,
a
doing it
great
for
way
the
to
art.
tell that story within that 44 minutes.
It tells the story of a man that's in a accident, and then he's in a coma. And in this coma, it's kind of a dream fugue state, like a purgatory sort of thing. And he has to kind of deal with the people in his life. He's got to like make peace with like his son, his mother, his wife. And before he's allowed to die, he has to like,
That sounds heavy. I love it.
he has to confront these ghosts, and so the whole thing's a journey to meet. So it rings of Scrooge in some ways a little bit,
Give that away.
but it doesn't. This is not full of Christmas carols. This is full of psychedelic rock and noise. Yeah, and vibes. Yeah,
I love that. And so, for the people who are going to be watching, when is it going to be officially out for everyone to hear?
So physical releases are available on February 19th, which is
The day this is coming out.
the day this is coming
Today.
out.
It's available
Yeah,
today.
it's available now. And then cassettes will also be available today. And then we're going to put it out on streaming because we really want people to buy the physical stuff first for the immersion aspect of it. Just, like before it's immediately free online for like everybody who wants to stream it. It's going to be there for Bandcamp Friday on March 1st. It's going to be on Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, if that's still a thing.
Yep.
It's still out there.
Still out there.
Cool.
I had it for like a month.
There you go. Go Tidal. That's great. That's good numbers.
And so, is the music video dropping at the same time, or is there a planned release for the music video?
So
The planned release, by the time this episode plays, it's going to have already premiered at the Karate Church.
Okay.
And we're going to be doing a live performance of that. Light show is what we're calling it.
When is that?
Oh yeah, when is that?
When is that?
Yeah, for
when's
us.
that?
219.
219.
Oh, so you watched it.
That's today.
So yes, today.
today.
So if
Yeah.
you watch it right now, get your ass to Karate Church tonight at
7 o'clock.
7:00.
Get there at 6:30 if you want to see us load in. And
Yeah, if you,
You want to come upload in, bro?
if you want to talk
Get there
gear,
at 5 o'clock
you
p.m. if you don't want to see anybody and you just want to chill.
I can walk
some
you through
pics.
my pedal board. I can show you my presets on the Nord. It's great. These
I
things
feel like
are
they would love that. Honestly.
What's your favorite piece of gear that you own?
I'd say my Nord.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm a keyboard dork to begin with. Like
Yeah.
there's like it's kind of a secret society of keyboard geeks. Once you start getting into analog oscillators and start talking about Moogs and patch cables and MIDI, the universal synth language. I still think it's the language of the future. Soon we will have no words, only MIDI.
Yeah, true.
Really accurate
Yeah.
MIDI.
Yeah.
I love that. And so because are you like washing tones? Will you tell people kind of what that is? So for those who do not know, because you guys are both
Yes.
part of it, so I feel like highlighting that is needed for the
Educate
people.
the
That's a
folks.
good
Educate
question.
'em.
Yeah, so Washington's is a record label, and it's a record
bro.
label we started.
Pop it.
Pop it.
Yeah,
Pop
this
it.
is-
Yeah.
this is
Yeah.
Washington's.
Zoom in on that, Jake.
I was like,
Zoom
yeah,
in on that.
I
Yeah.
want, we got to
Yeah,
get
shit.
both.
Hold on.
What?
Do the other one now.
Wants the creepy one.
Yeah, zoom in. Look at them legs. Look at them legs.
Look at this old
That
man
one's my
body
favorite
I
one.
drew.
I love that one.
I want that one.
Yeah, you lucky dog.
And so, how long has Washington's one just been itself, or how long have you guys been kind of working together to?
We're almost a year old. We almost been around it for a year, and we have 9 releases under our belt now, with including this one. So this is our 9th release that we've put out there.
Round of applause.
We've also built a website with a full online shop.
I visited it today.
With album reviews and stuff.
The
Is
album
that where
reviews,
you
that
can
whole
get-
section looks crazy good.
Is that where people
thank
can
you so
get the physical copies?
Yep, you can pre-order the physical copies, and
Or you can order it. Order.
If you want to
'cause-
wear this shirt on your body, it's on
I
the
do
website.
actually.
Yeah, it's
Or
on
this one.
Next episode,
That
you will
one's
see us
great.
wearing
yeah.
it.
other stylish options.
Hey, that's great. But I've also written a lot of on like reviews of. I'm trying to give with the reviews on Washington's site. I'm trying to give people the like white glove treatment that like vinyl releases got back in the 70s. Like these are like 1,500 word deep dive analyses.
I read your Stilvetta's review.
a lot of big word count.
Bro, big word count,
word
but also the description of particular songs and even putting lyrics into the article. That was so dope. Like so much respect on that, and just like that's love. That's what you call
Yeah, you
love.
put so
and
much
that's
work
care.
into an album. You put months, sometimes like years.
Yeah,
into
and somebody
that.
gives you 400 words, and like it's like the runtime, and this is their name, and this is where they're from, and that's like the state of that's like the state of rock journalism right now. And like Pitchfork just went under, so long live Washington's, right?
Let's go, baby.
That's us.
I love that. I feel like it is very important being able to highlight, especially each album, and not just here's the history of the artist. Is here's the piece of art that they have for us, and what this piece of art has meaning to in each song. So
Well, I grew up on that, when Rolling Stone was writing like everybody's on cocaine and writing a lot.
Because they just saw that live, and they was like, "Yo, let me tell you about it, bro."
We had Lester Bangs, we had Klosterman. Like I was at Dork that was actually reading like in-depth reviews of like, it's like, oh my God, Tom Petty, what? I'm like reading so many words about the new Petty, and waste of time. People have smartphones and they're good at sports, so they don't do that anymore. So
That wasn't they're good at sports.
well, that explains how I got good at all the stuff I'm good at. Is just like you got to fill your life with stuff if you're not good at sports.
I mean, and
Yeah, I swear, my
other
first
hobbies.
solo albums were like in the wintertime when everyone's up at Baker. I'm like, well, shit, I don't know how to snowboard or ski.
Feel that one.
I'm just gonna
Winter
play with
time's
Pro
a good,
Tools.
It's a good time for create. Yeah, you like Pro Tools.
Back in the day, I fell off the bandwagon when they went subscription, and now I do Logic.
My boy.
So yeah, I'm
go.
there in the Logic Pro X
What about
community.
you?
I just started with Logic like years ago, and my girlfriend is like a way better like audio engineer than me, and she uses Pro Tools. And
She's a purist.
she's a purist, but
She's damn good.
she's very good at it. But like she's always telling me like there's always problems with the subscription, and
Buy it once, leave it alone.
that's the thing. Like Waves, who did plugins, they tried to like just kind of like do subscription like after the fact, after people bought stuff.
Yeah.
There was like a month where they was like, hey,
No, you got to subscribe now, but I already bought it. I used to just get, don't arrest me. I used to get the crack versions like all the time, and then at one point I just got the annual subscription, and that just makes it easier.
People are getting their whole studios pirated versions now.
Yeah, that's
me.
facts.
I'm all for accessibility, and whoever can start writing songs
Yeah.
and get it out there, I'm all for that.
bring it to
yeah.
the people, right?
Yeah,
Exactly. That's
It's
the point of art,
democratized.
finding
Yeah.
a way to bring it to the people, no matter the restrictions.
That's another reason why we like ultimately chose to do albums like this and like bring back the album is because it's like easier now than ever before to make an album, to demo it out first, to bring it to a friend, call in the producer.
Or to make a full-length music video that's 44-minute music video.
It could have taken 60 people before.
You would need a lot of people, and that's a lot of logistics. And if you're just a dork with an Adobe subscription,
Boom.
And too much
Like
time
we
on your
are.
hands. Yeah.
we can
Shout
do
out
that.
Adobe, you know.
Yeah, Adobe's been there since the beginning days.
Pretty nice.
Plug.
Buy
That was
Adobe.
not sponsored, but shout out.
Yeah. I'm sure horrible things will come out about them eventually.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
For now,
But I had the student subscription, so you get like access to like all of the ones, and I was like,
Yeah, the suite.
I should have
That's
just kept
sweet.
going to
Yep.
college for that.
I was like,
It's like you go to grad school just for the sweet subscription.
that, and you get the Microsoft subscription too.
Oh, yeah.
Once that is expired, I got really sad. I was like, I can't open a spreadsheet on my laptop. All right. But so for one more time for the people. So today, by the time they're hearing this, today, this is out for
It's
physical
out.
copies.
Where
There's-
can they find physical copies around town?
You can go to Washington's. You can go to Ritual Records. You can go to Black Noise Records.
Okay, I was about to say,
And,
yeah.
yeah.
Also, Devin Champlin's shop.
Devin Champlin also. Yeah.
Let's go.
Champlin
Champlin
Guitars,
Guitars.
which is the coolest guitar shop in the world.
Go ahead. You know where it's. What,
Yeah,
what
go
streets
buy
are on?
an
What streets are
instrument
on?
Yeah,
and then
it-
a CD.
Like, love Devin Champlin, love his shop. Everything in there is cool. And he's giving us such a sweetheart deal just because he wants to support local music. So shout out to Devin Champlin and Champlin Guitars.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Devin, you the GOAT.
For real. And then where they can check out you and everything else that Washington does, what is that website for the people?
That would be WashingtonsRecords.com.
Perfect. You can probably click that in the link because Jake's going to put it there for us. Put it in the bio. Anyways.
Yep. So at this time, I just got one last thing to say to you motherfuckers.
Hell yeah.
Congratulations on the new album. It's a beautiful day.
It is a beautiful day.
I will be listening to the whole thing tonight, and I will be messaging you, and I will be hating and loving it at the same time.
Yeah.
I will
Yes.
give you honest thoughts, but
Yeah.
most likely I'm just gonna love it because everything you made is already a vibe.
No pauses, A to Z listens only.
Yeah, that's how I
Oh,
do.
yeah.
If you
Honestly,
get,
that's what I do.
interrupted, you start from A again.
I restart the song.
This is permadeath.
Somebody start talking.
This is Last of Us.
I heard
grounded
it's like
permadeath.
actually cursed. If you like start the album
Yeah.
and get distracted or like pause it, then you have like 7 years bad luck.
We're also trying to put out some lore that like
Well, it's not lore. It's actually like
it's actually
you try
true.
it. You listen to, you go
But,
watch, you put on the movie The Lighthouse.
And watch at the same time on
Yeah,
mute.
right when they
Right
get
when they
into
open
when
up-
they
yeah.
open the door and enter the lighthouse and you
Press play, mute the movie.
it syncs up. It's eerie.
It'll trip you out, man.
So we got
Stop
plans.
playing with me, bro.
I was like, we got plans.
Stop playing with me. You doing some Wizard of Oz.
We're not even getting started on the backwards messages.
Yeah.
So
There
go through
may
it and,
or
and
may
Illuminati
not
confirmed.
confirm.
Yeah.
Upload those waves.
Yeah.
Reverse those on a program, and then hear the messages in there.
You get a whole nother.
Yeah.
You get a whole nother album right there.
Yeah, it's a 2-for-1 deal. This album.
So I mean, so even like listening to the album front to back, it really does feel like a movie. And speaking of movies, some of our people here, Rocket Soul Studios, shout out to AJ.
Shout out Jim.
They have a movie on Paramount Plus right now. It's called Freedom's Path. So go ahead and tap in, get that 7-day free trial, or if you already got it, just watch it. I guarantee you will be thoroughly impressed because it's a phenomenal. I saw little bits and pieces. I didn't see the whole thing. I'm gonna watch it right now.
Yeah, the Masons helped us make this, and we have secret.
They did it
codes
for free,
Yeah,
the
Masons
Masons.
did it for free.
So you went down
Freemason.
to that temple down in
Yeah.
Stanwood.
We had to do a bunch of weird stuff. But,
But it's yeah.
But now the album's
it seems
here.
legit.
yeah.
Well, I want to thank you guys again for coming and telling us about. I feel like it was meant to be the fact that this is going to be today is when this is going to be out. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
So for the audience, make sure you go buy your physical copy. Go check out their website to see everything else that Washington's is up to. And this is also our time to remind you to check out shutupbehim.com.
Yup.
And listen to us on any podcast where podcast
podcast.
is.
Yup.
And this is a thank you for the team that makes this possible. Shout out Bob at Binary Studio where we're sitting in today recording this episode. And shout out our team with Rocket Soul Studios behind the scenes. And then shout out our guy Jake who is going to edit this all for you guys to make it look nice.
Jake, no, shout out Freshwaters, boy.
Shout out Freshwaters. And that's all I got for you today.
And
Okay,
don't
Oh, yeah.
What's
forget our
the name of
sponsors.
the sponsor? Sorry.
Sponsors.
Menace Brewing. Thank you for keeping us nice and bubbly and lovable.
And shout out Lost Giants for this delicious rosé one. It is limited, but I got it, so.
I want that one.
I'll try it again. The mock sip.
And it's the choice of a new generation.
That's the choice of a new generation.
I think that's a wrap, Bob.
That's a wrap.
So we
Support
plug
local.
that